Good morning, Miramar. It's Tamara G, your host. Don't forget, you can check us out on all of our social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. And with us this morning, the man who basically runs the City of Miramar, it is our mayor, Wayne M. Messam. And Mayor Messam, welcome back to the show. We're so glad to, after everything that's all happened, we're glad to have you back on the show.
Yes, it's great to be back. How are you?
You know what? I'm okay. The one good thing that has happened out of COVID is that I've been able to actually be at home with my mom. So I'm in Texas doing the show, but that's what you can do when you have internet and you work remotely. You're always working. And speaking of that, you are going to be coming up with our State of the City address, our annual State of the City address. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, the annual State of the City address will take place this Thursday, October 29th at 6:30 p.m. Residents, business owners, and stakeholders of our city can view online because this year will be the first ever virtual State of the City, obviously because of COVID-19. We're just taking precautionary measures to ensure that we can effectively communicate past year's successes while keeping everyone safe. So we have many platforms that the event will be broadcast. Although it will be virtual, there is a live component to the address. So our residents can tune into their Comcast channel 78 and watch it just like a city commission meeting or the city's website. And you can also join on our WebEx channel. So, and then for the interactive part, those residents that want to ask questions can do so live during the State of the City address on our city's Facebook page. So we're really excited about the creative way of communicating to our community the successes of our city.
Well, I can't tell you, as mayor of Miramar, and particularly what has happened in 2020, you more than anyone else know the challenges that the city has gone through, particularly since February of this year. I'm sure that's part of what you will be talking about in the State of the City address.
Yeah, so what viewers can expect is first we will discuss the past fiscal year, our achievements over are talking about our business climate, as well as our economic development activities and the residential quality of life. It'll cover a wide range of projects throughout the city and just talk about the progress of the city based off of our prior goals. It will then be followed by the COVID-19 and its impact on our residents, the business community, and our city operations and how the city responded to COVID-19. And then it'll conclude with our way forward as a city, laying the groundwork for decades to come. And then the final component of the State of a City address will be a live Q&A session that will take place where residents can pose their questions to the mayor.
Okay. And I know that, there have been many challenges this year. There was talk about, possibly doing some layoffs and some furloughs. But then the city stepped up and you guys have been doing COVID relief, like, things that other cities probably have never even thought about. I know every week there is a food drive, there's the free COVID testing. So it seemed like the city actually galvanized itself and moved into an area that, even though we weren't expecting this in 2020, that we pretty much have done a really good job of handling it at this time.
Yes, the city of Miramar, we've been collectively very aggressive at our approach to COVID-19. In fact, the city of Miramar, we have policy in place to deal with rainy days. We have a stabilization fund, we have emergency fund, which we use annually for hurricane preparations, as well as our piggy bank, so to speak, in terms of having a liquidity in our city to pay our bills. So I think what the main issue with what the city of Miramar has always done is we've been trendsetters. We've never been followers. We pretty much chart our own path. And we were very vocal to communicate to not just to our residents, to the county, to the state, and to the federal government, which hasn't necessarily been the best partner in this process, that there are some significant impacts to municipalities across the country. I serve on the board of directors for the National League of Cities, and this is a common topic that we talk about in terms of municipalities not necessarily being able to, earn the fees that we would typically earn on an annual basis, which makes up a significant part of our general fund. We are not realizing the shared revenue that we would get from the county and from the state of Florida. So we have to make those adjustments. But we're able to buckle down. We tighten our belt. We cut back our budgets throughout all the departments, and we're able to do so without any layoffs, without any furloughs, as well as not sacrificing levels of service for our residents. So in the short term and for the next upcoming fiscal year, we're in pretty good shape. But we want to partner with our residents to let them know that there are some challenges ahead with the uncertainty of this pandemic, the uncertainty of the availability of a vaccine or a widely acceptable vaccine that will bring our society to some form of normalcy. We have to continue to make provisions for what lies ahead.
Okay. And of course, all residents can check it out this coming Thursday. That's the day after tomorrow. This coming Thursday, it is going to be October 29th, 6:30 p.m. And Mayor Messam has said that you can watch it on Comcast Channel 78, just like you're watching Good Morning Miramar right now. Or you can go to our Facebook page, and you can also ask questions there if you're a resident. Facebook page is City of Miramar. The YouTube channel, I'm sure it's going to be there as well. So many different ways. And then you said we have a WebEx channel too. So that's
Yes,
another
we
way.
do. We're currently right now, we have so many platforms where you can get access to the State of the City address. What's really different about this year is going to be very dynamic, where it's going to be packed with a lot of information, but it won't be stale information. We'll have testimonies from residents and survivors of COVID-19. We'll hear from our first line responders in terms of what their experience was like. We will have interviews from our business community to share what their challenges were and how the city was able to assist them and partner with them. So it's great to tell those stories. And all we ask is that residents just carve out about 30 minutes of their busy lives to learn about their city in a way where they probably would have never known or never have experienced in terms of getting information from the city. So it's always a pleasure to do this address. This address was not a formal thing that took place prior to me becoming mayor. I thought it was important for me as mayor to come to the city to share our experiences over the last year, what we have planned for this year, and what we're doing to leave Miramar better than what we all found it.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you so very much, Mayor Wayne M. Messam, the mayor of Miramar. We all know it's right here in Miramar, and it's going to be right here in Miramar Thursday night, October 29th, 6:30 p.m. You can check it out all virtual, the State of the City address. Go to our Facebook page at City of Miramar. You can check it out on Comcast Channel 78 right now where you're watching, and also our YouTube channel and our WebEx channel. Again, City of Miramar. Thank you so much, Mayor Messam, for being with us, and good luck with the State of the City address this coming Thursday night.
Thanks so much, and everyone enjoy, and see you on Thursday.
Well, good morning, Miramar, and welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Tamara G. Don't forget, you can check us out on all of our social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. That's Miramar. And right here with me on Good Morning Miramar is Reverend Rhonda Thomas. She is pastor at New Generation Baptist Church, also spearheading Souls to the Polls and Faith in Florida. So welcome to the show, Reverend Thomas. We're so happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be a part.
Listen, I know there are so many people out there, Reverend Thomas, that are saying you got to get out there and vote, but you all are taking a stand. You're doing Souls to the Polls. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, Faith in Florida, we are a statewide organization, and we're hosting Souls to the Polls in 25 counties in the state of Florida, and a total of 90 different events within those counties. It's all led by our faith community, including our millennials, those that are impact and our returning citizens.
Right. Why why is this so important? I mean, I know the answer to that, but for the people who are watching and they're like, wow, she's partnered, with all of these different churches and these different organizations and they're doing 90 days of this. And why is this so important to your soul and why we need to get souls to the polls?
Okay, Souls to the Polls is really historic in different counties. And it's historic in a way of our faith leaders leading our congregations, families, and community to the polls to vote. This election is extremely important, and we're just taking an extra step in making sure that we can stir as many people as possible to get out to vote. We want our vote to be counted. We want it to be protected, and we want to make sure that our voices are heard through our rights to vote.
Right. And I know that, for so many people, the struggle has been, to even get people registered to vote and then to get them to go out and vote. Why do you think people, if you could, if you could answer this question, Reverend Thomas, and we'd give you $1 million or 10 million, but why do you think people are so lackadaisical when it comes to exercising the right that people fought and died for? Why is it that they just are like, I may go vote this year. I don't like any of the candidates, so I'm not voting at all. It's like you can't just leave it up to somebody else to decide your future.
That's true. Um, Unfortunately, I don't have the $1 million answer, but as being a organizer and interacting with people in communities on the ground, you have some who felt like their vote don't count.
Hmm.
You have some that feel like the system has failed them. And you have some that just don't know the history of what all it took for Black folks, especially African Americans, to even have the opportunity, the privilege, the right to vote.
Hmm.
Our young people, unfortunately, don't always know our rich history. So it's up to us to do some more teaching, bringing some more awareness, and sharing our own stories and why it's so important to vote. I think it's a responsibility of not just the Black family, but our Black churches and and our communities overall, just to share how rich our heritage is, number one, but also the struggle and what all it took for us to get here. And then maybe then we can look at it as it being a privilege, an opportunity. Let's get out there and do it and celebrate while we're doing it.
Right. And if you're just tuning in with us right now, we have Reverend Rhonda Thomas from New Generation Baptist Church in Opelika. And she is spearheading the Souls to the Polls. We have one more weekend of that going on, and right before Election Day, which is November 3rd, Tuesday, November 3rd. She's also a member of Faith in Florida. And you all, this is a nonpartisan organization. You guys aren't telling people who to vote for. You just want people to exercise their right.
Right. We are nonpartisan. We just want, yes, people to exercise their right. We want them to have a great voting experience, and we want their vote to be protected. And so this is what the area that what we're doing in Faith in Florida.
Awesome. So if people want more information, if you guys need help, to transport people or whatever it is that you may need, how can they get in touch with you all?
You can go to our website, www.faithinflorida.org, and you can get every location of Souls to the Polls of what's going on around the entire state. And if there's anything else that you need, each county is sponsoring transportation, free food, entertainment. It will truly be a celebration of practicing our voting rights.
And as someone who, since the age of 18, since I was able to vote, I have voted in every election, and not just national election, local elections, because people don't realize these are the people that are making decisions in your backyard. These are the folks. So, yes, everybody's all about the national and who your next president is going to be and who your senator is, but who's on your school board? Who's running your city? Who's on your city council? Who's your dog catcher? It doesn't matter. It just needs to be that you need to know who these people are that are making decisions for the city that you and the county that you live in.
That's right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. And also getting that full awareness of what these constitutional amendments mean
Amendments are
as
about.
well, which will impact us in a very local type way. So that information is extremely important as well. So you're absolutely right. I'm in total agreement.
Well, again, if you are out there and if you need more information, if you need to know where you can early vote, which you can do in the state of Florida until Sunday, November 1st, you can early vote. And early voting means you can go to any place in your county and just, vote there. However, on the Tuesday, the 3rd, you must go to your specific precinct. So that is why you guys, I'm sure, Reverend Thomas, have been encouraging people to do early voting, because say if you're out, you may live in Miramar, but maybe you're out in Davie at the Target. If there's a place next door, you can actually vote in Davie, and it's great. You don't have to be at your own precinct.
That's right. That's right. And we also have poll monitors that will be at as many voting sites as possible, just in case you should run into a problem. They are there in the parking lots trying to be an assistance to help.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so very much, Reverend Rhonda Thomas from New Generation Baptist Church in Opelika. She is spearheading the Souls to the Polls. Again, it's happening this weekend, all throughout the state of Florida. And if you want more information, if you need transportation, if you just have some questions, if you want to get involved, faithinflorida.org. faithinflorida.org. Thank you so much, Reverend Thomas, for being with us today. We certainly appreciate it.
Be safe, and thank you
Absolutely.
for the opportunity.
Thank you.